Drink Cinema! Cheers.
Welcome to another episode of Two Drink Cinema. We are 2 out of 3 brothers reviewing iconic movies, 2 drinks at a time. Hello, Brett.
Hello, Lee. No funny voice this week.
No funny voice.
Sorry, I can't. I got nothing.
You were thinking about it.
I was going to answer it with my right hand on my left ear.
Yeah. Just hold the phone with your other hand, mate.
He can't. He has no thumb.
No, but hold on this ear.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. But Jan de Bont is trying to make a point.
Yeah.
We are reviewing Speed.
Yes, we are.
Which is another anniversary movie, isn't it?
What a nostalgic ride this was.
Is it 1994?
It was 1994.
94.
Great year for movies again.
So much for not doing anniversary movies this year.
Yeah, well, the fates have chosen.
Do you want
and such
the
as
drink
chosen
or the taglines first?
Tagline.
Okay.
Speed kills.
There's a couple.
Okay.
The main one that we used
the
everywhere.
The bus that couldn't slow down.
Fuck, you stole my joke. And again, I was going to build up to it.
Okay.
The main one used on most posters.
Yeah.
Get ready for rush hour.
Ooh.
And occasionally, the bus that couldn't slow down.
Really? Was that your joke?
Oh, bit of applause. What have you come up with to drink this week?
Randomly made a cocktail. Bit of advice for the listeners. Don't Google speed cocktail. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But hey, I've made something up based on a few things of mainly just see how we go. Vodka.
Yep.
Couple of new ingredients.
We love vodka,
Not vodka. Apricot liqueur.
Yep.
Passion fruit liqueur.
Pessoa.
It's Brazilian.
This looks like it could be also a label that is used on, old people used to want to get tanned, and they would have like coconut oil or whatever on them.
Yeah.
This looks like it also could be a bottle of that.
Okay, it's not.
Latan.
That's
Latan.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Latan, orange juice, and lemon juice. All shaked up in a martini glass.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm going to say this. Looks bloody good.
Looks good.
I would pay money for this.
Can I be honest,
like our
though?
friend, the G-Spot, at at our favourite bar, Pride of Our
Can I be honest, though? If I saw this cocktail, I wouldn't think 1994 action thriller starring Keanu Reeves.
It's a passionate movie, Lee.
Cheers. Oh, yeah.
Fuck me. Oh, whoa.
Oh.
Who knows if it's related to speed, but who gives a shit? This is good.
We need to message Mon right now. This should go on the menu.
Oh, my God. I'm making this for people I know.
As opposed to me. This is going on your house menu with the French martini.
Wow.
All right. Definitely get on the socials at 2 out of 3 brothers.
Wow.
I've
impressed myself.
Yeah. Definitely get on the socials at 2 out of 3 brothers to get the recipe for that.
That's the best cocktail I've made up of my own head.
That will be on the menu when we have our first cocktail party at Pride of Our Footscray for sure.
And we're calling it the bus that couldn't slow down.
Yeah. It's a long title. Or the 55.
The 55. 50.
Shit.
Yeah.
The right-handed phone hold. Gone too far now. I kind of forget that the elevator opening is there. Like when you think about this movie...
basically its own movie.
Yeah. When you think about this movie, you think bus.
Yeah, well, you know what
I
always...
on the poster, the bus that couldn't slow down.
You know what I always forget about this movies? That Jeff Daniels is in it.
Yeah. Yes.
I watched this a shitload when I was a kid.
This is up there. I reckon this is in your top 10.
This is my top 5 most nostalgic movies.
Okay. Yep.
Don't ask me to name the other 4. But it was movie, I reckon, we had it on VCR.
Yeah, we did.
We taped it off Channel 10 or something.
Yeah, on VHS.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's little clips of Sandra Sully in amongst the train chase at the end.
Yeah. It'd be like that. What was I watching? Ted. Oh, no, it's not like that at all. Continue.
I kind of forget that the elevator thing is there.
Even the word art credits?
Well, That's my second note. Those titles are so 90s.
I love
It does set the action thriller tone for the movie, though. Mm-hmm. And it sets up the bad guy, as well as the history with the bad guy, and gives a reason for Dennis Hopper to call Keanu Reeves when he puts the bomb on the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like, it's a big setup, though. But it also has to show how kind of a rogue Keanu is and how Jeff Daniels is the smart bomb guy.
It does quite a few things. It sets Dennis Hopper up as a killer, basically, because he just like, oh, you're not meant to be here. Bang, shot, you're dead. Stab in the neck, you're dead. Right? So he kills that guy straight away.
No, in the ear.
Yeah. Anyway, he kills a guy straight away.
Brutal.
That's the point. However he kills him straight away. Then we get a couple of things that show Keanu's hot-headedness. The way he drives to that scene.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Love it.
But then also when he says, the basement. You know, is there anything that's going to stop this elevator? And he says, the basement.
The basement.
And the guy from Skynet hates that.
Yeah.
Hates that.
Hates it.
Which sets him up as a hothead and he's a bit of clash from authority and not really following the rules. But we get the classic cop partnership of Keanu and Jeff Daniels in the old and young contrast. Mm-hmm. Then we also get shoot the hostage.
Yeah.
Which is a bit more of Keanu thinking differently. But as much as Jeff Daniels is the smart bomb guy, and I was thinking he's had quite a varied career.
I thought that.
Because at a very similar time, he's literally in a movie where the name of his character in the title is Dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not dumb. He's the dumber part of Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
But he's also going to defuse this bomb. But as much as it sets that up, it does set up that Keanu is smart as well.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that works out that Dennis Hopper is somewhere in the building. He's the one that works out that crane can probably help, even though it doesn't help quite as much as he would like it to.
It pulls it enough just.
Yeah. It also sets up that the public are stupid.
Yep.
And say, oh my God, a lot.
Oh, darn.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Or if you're an Asian person in this movie, say nothing.
If you're not white, other than the guy from Skynet, those that don't know.
Yeah. Terminator 2.
The lieutenant is the guy from Skynet in Terminator 2. Yeah.
Speaking of nostalgia.
If you're not that character that's not white, you don't say anything in this movie.
Except for, what they call? Gigantor. Ortiz?
Yeah, Ortiz. So,
or the guy that thinks he's getting arrested. He's an immigrant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the guy driving the car. Actually,
or the guy driving the bus.
Yeah.
At the start. Okay.
So, all right. It's not as white as we thought.
Okay. It's still pretty white.
It's just
anyway,
still pretty white.
Continue.
So, yeah, it does set up that the public are scared and either stupid or scared stupid.
Both.
But that Keanu is quite good with them. Sets up that Dennis Hopper is just angry. And if things don't go his way, he gets really pissed and just blows shit up.
Yep.
What it also, I realised in this watching, sets up is numbers. Numbers are a big thing through this movie. Obviously, 50 is a big number.
Yeah.
But the elevator, we get lots of shots of the numbers going down. And lots of shots of... And then the shots of the numbers going up when he tries to squash Keanu at the top. But also the difference between Dennis Hopper's numbers on his little machine and the numbers that are shown in the elevator. So it's kind of setting up that numbers are a big part of the movie, because we get lots of shots of the number on the top of the bus, as well, and the number on the train and the speed, and all of that. So this, in terms of a setup scene, it made me look up whether or not this was based on a novel, because lots of novel kind of prologues do all of this setting up more than a lot of movies have this kind of setting up.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it's an essentially standalone scene that sets up a lot of things that are going to come out up throughout the movie. But
good cocktail.
They save the people, and Jeff Daniels gets very drunk and tells Keanu that his guts are going to get him killed.
Yep.
Which is a very old cop thing to say to a young cop. But that also kind of sets up Keanu is at a point in his career where he needs to step up and be a real serious cop now. Rather than just the young hothead.
Yeah.
Which is not what he does on the bus. He continues to be the hothead.
Let me go under the bus. Let me go around the bus.
Yeah.
Let me go through the bus.
Let me smash this door off a car so I can jump onto a bus that has a bomb on it.
I need to borrow your phone. Just take it.
Yeah.
The receptionist from ER was not having it.
Who's that?
The guy in the car. Tune Man.
Really?
Yeah, he plays like the receptionist, Clark, Dealey, one of them, on ER.
Okay. He's
Glenn Plummer.
one of two characters that's in both movies.
Interesting that was the choice.
Yeah.
But anyway.
They didn't get Keanu. Let's go for the guy in the car.
They tried. Who was the next most memorable character that didn't get blown up? How about this guy?
The guy from Skynet.
Yeah. Well, not the guy that stood behind him the whole time. Anyway.
Yeah. The guy with the mustache that drove the truck beside it.
Oh, yeah. Good work.
That says, there's a gap in the freeway.
Not the guy that ended up being on Succession.
I don't know who that is. Oh, Alan Ruck, who was in Spin City and Ferris
Scrubs.
Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's had a decent career.
Annoying.
As a supporting, annoying person.
Yeah. Well, if you've got it, get it.
Yeah. If you can make a career out of
You've
it.
got it.
Wow.
Get
Inspirational words, everybody. Hope that's just uplifted your day.
If you've got it.
Hope you're listening to this on the way to work and you're like, if you've got it, get it.
That was going to be Nike's slogan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they
then
went with just do it.
Just do
It's
it.
a little bit catchier. Just a little bit.
It's like that book that Brian Griffin wrote called Wish It, Want It, Do It. And the majority of the pages in there are blank. So you can write it yourself.
Write your wishes.
Yeah.
That's a big market in books. Workbooks at the moment. Anyway. So.
Where are you up to? He's on the bus. Is he on the bus yet? Sandra Bullock, we see her. Yay.
The bus blows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock gets on a bus. And we get the little hint of, I miss my car.
Yeah.
Yeah. But another bus blows up with Keanu's mate, the bus driver, on it. That's full on, and I forgot that happened.
So did I.
Keanu, of course, runs into the explosion to try and get the guy out.
Yeah.
And then, in something that he would get very good at in about 5 years, Keanu Reeves answers a public phone.
Oh.
And
Is there anybody that's done that more iconically? Colin Farrell in Phone Booth? I don't know.
I haven't seen Phone Booth,
I don't think many
to be
people
honest. And then I wrote, why doesn't Hopper hold the phone on his right ear?
Because he's missing his thumb / they've taped his thumb to his palm.
And then put shit over it.
Yeah, that's his thing. I was like, oh, not great.
Not great. It's not winning awards for makeup, this one.
No.
So, the movie's good. There's a couple of things that annoy me. One thing is a thing that annoys me in lots of these types of movies.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves tells the driver that there's a bomb on the bus.
Yeah.
But doesn't say...
Don't slow down.
Don't slow down.
Yeah.
Like, that should be straight away the next thing that he says. But when he does say don't slow down, the bus driver does respond pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He does pretty well. I also wondered why cops in movies carry their gun and their badge, but not a radio. It takes Keanu a very long time to get in contact with anyone from the police. It's not until the lieutenant goes to Jeff Daniels and says there's a bomb on a bus that the lieutenant hears from Jeff Daniels that Keanu's on the bus.
Oh, that he's... Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Alan Ruck's best line in the movie is when Keanu says, fuck me, and he says, oh darn.
Oh, darn. Mad nostalgia.
Oh, yeah.
Huge nostalgia for that bit.
Oh darn.
Oh, darn. Fuck me. Because I was 10. No, I wasn't. I was 6. So anybody saying fuck me in a movie I was allowed to watch was very exciting.
Hilarious.
Oh, darn.
That elevator scene is a long opening scene in the context, I think, if you compare to other kind of action thriller movies of this time. But once we get on the bus, it's pretty speedy.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty go, go, go.
Yeah.
Stuff happens. And
Chick tries to get off.
yeah, there's lots of little things in the way, but they all seem reasonably believable things. The immigrant has the gun. The driver gets shot. That's something that gets in the way, and he saves the day. The crazy woman tries to get off. She gets blown up and run over.
Yep.
That makes it very real. That shit, there is a bomb on this bus and things could explode and we could die. I've never seen them. Well, actually, I have. I'm watching it happen with the Metro Tunnel project, where they build 2 bridges and then they are going to meet.
And what you've seen as well with that is that sometimes they don't tell people when roads are closed.
Yeah.
So this is actually quite believable.
Yes.
Although, what I will say, maybe I'll say it later.
Okay.
As you go throughout the story, I will ask it as a, what do you think overall? Continue.
All right. Well, I'm up to the bit where they jump the gap.
Oh, so the best bit of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think is good. It's very tense, even though it's only halfway through the movie and you're pretty sure they're going to survive it.
Yeah.
Jan de Bont, of the 2 movies I've watched of his, Speed and Speed 2 Cruise Control,
Yes.
does do tension well in circumstances where you're pretty sure they're going to live.
Yep.
And the jumping of the bridge is one of those points. Look, it's not really a very deep movie in terms of story.
Yep.
There's little bits of action, there's little bits of suspense, there's little bits of, as you've got here in this bottle of Latan, passion.
Pessoa.
And they all kind of tick along and build up, but they don't seem to build up to one big it's now or never type moment.
Yeah.
They don't, a lot of these kind of movies have you have a very small window to do one thing and that fixes it. The way they do the video looping is very clever to give themselves the time to get everybody, except of course our 2 main characters, off the bus.
Yeah.
And so then it becomes a little bit more, oh, it's happened. Like, once we get the looping, we're pretty confident they could get off, but it's not a guarantee.
I'm pretty sure at some point after this, Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock got off.
As they rolled through the witches' hats. Or in the train yard. One of the 2.
After he saw that guy get decapitated by a train light.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. I love it.
Burn line.
Oh, he lost his I'm taller.
Yeah. That's going to come up
I don't know why he's
later.
Christian Bale.
One thing I almost wrote in Bad Line was don't get dead.
Yeah.
But then I realised...
Just because it sounds bad.
It is bad and it is the incorrect grammar. But the more they say it, the more you realise it's like a saying for that crew. Which makes it good. And by making it the bad grammar, it makes it memorable and it makes it stick out, which then makes you think, oh, this is a close crew.
Yep.
Which is why Jeff Daniels, the guy from Skynet, and Keanu Reeves all work so well together.
Yep.
and all of their
Should really have learnt the guy.
backing each other up.
Skynet's name.
Who's the guy from Skynet? I'm just going to see what Google tells me. Miles Bennett Dyson is the character, and he's played by Joe Morton.
Wow, that's a boring name.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, I'll bring it up now. I'll ask the question.
Yeah.
There's a few similarities with the bits of the movie.
Okay.
So if you think of the people who were on the elevator.
Yep.
And the people who were on the bus.
Yep.
Same.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're nearly going to die. Oh, we can all get off now. Everybody get off.
Except
one person who just makes it.
Yeah.
And there's a one annoying person that's just like, shut the fuck up, Joe, or whatever that fucking idiot's name in the
Alan Ruck.
elevator is.
Oh, no, yeah.
What button did you push? And then I was like, is that good or is that lazy?
I think if you're looking at the elevator as a mini setup for the whole movie, it's good.
So what about the comparison of we're going on this freeway, it's not complete. Oh, we'll get in this train. Oh, the track's not complete. That's a bit more on the lazy side?
That's a little bit more on the lazy side. But also, it's incorrect.
Yeah.
Because he says there's a curve, I'm going to jump the track. But by speeding up on the curve. But also what makes him jump the track is that the curve is incomplete.
Well, because my thing was, where was the train going? The track was incomplete. They didn't stop at another station after they got on.
Did nobody switch the switch?
I don't know. Was it he meant to stop there and turn around and go back?
Well, the control did say go back to the station. So maybe that station was the end of the line.
But he was dead.
Yeah. A couple of lazinesses.
There is a couple of lazinesses, but you're not watching it for the story.
You watch this movie just for a bit of action thriller.
Action thriller, and it's a good perv.
Yeah. And Keanu and Sandra Bullock were two of the best looking people of the 90s.
Sandra Bullock is so good in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's just very easy. You know what I mean? In terms of like, it seems just like a natural thing.
Yeah.
And she does a lot of like little small things that kind of add to it. And whether they were written or she ad-libbed them, they seem very, natural. And then Keanu's all right, but he's just there to look at.
Keanu's Keanu.
Yeah.
She's had quite a career, Sandra Bullock.
Like, she's done all right for herself.
But also, what a range. Like, we've done 3 of her movies now. Speed 2, Cruise Control, and The Heat.
Oh, I forgot about The Heat.
Yeah. The Heat is very different to this. Is very different to The Proposal.
Is very different to Blindside and
very
Gravity.
Different to Bird Box. Miss Congeniality 2.
All About Steve.
28 Days.
28 Days.
Is a very good movie. Minions.
Practical Magic.
Forces of Nature with Ben Affleck.
I'm just naming Sandra Bullock's 9 weeks or 2 weeks notice.
She was in Crash. Love Potion number 9.
Oh, Practical Magic 2, Love Potion number 9.
No.
No?
Don't Look Up. Not a large part in that, I don't think.
No, I don't remember her. Anyway, yes, they have both had very decent careers after this.
Yes. Sandra quite varied compared to Keanu.
Yeah, Keanu, not so much. The Lake House, they did The Lake House together.
They did. This is not early Keanu, though.
Well, he'd done Bill and Ted before this. He'd done Point Break before this. It's early Sandra.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm calling this cultural impact launching Sandra Bullock.
Okay, so...
Because I looked at her filmography and the things before that, I'm like, I've never heard of any of these.
So the first thing on Keanu Reeves' IMDb is Hanging In. He was in one episode as a teen client.
Ah, of course.
He was in a Coca-Cola ad then in 1984.
Wow.
The first thing I've heard of in his...
Filmography
He did a Kellogg's Cornflakes ad in 1987.
That's the first you've heard of?
No. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 1989. Then Parenthood, 1989. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, 91.
When was
Bram
Point
Stoker's
Break?
Dracula, 92. Much Ado About Nothing, 93. Point Break, 91. Sorry, I scrolled too fast past that one. Much Ado About Nothing, 93. Speed, 94. And then we go into Devil's Advocate, The Matrix trilogy, The Replacement.
With Quadripoli.
Yep, Something's Got to Give. He was in that. Constantine.
Yep.
The Lake House. Blah, blah, blah.
Great.
But Sandra Bullock, you reckon it's early Sandra?
Well, I did kind of look up her filmography.
You're drinking that cocktail too quick. You get the hiccups. Sandra Bullock, producer, The Proposal. No, actress.
This is her first Hangmen, A Fool and His Money, direct-to-video. Who Shot Pat, direct-to-video. Love Potion number 9, The Vanishing, When the Party's Over, The Thing Called Love, Demolition Man, Fire on the Amazon, Wrestling, Ernest Hemingway,
You're okay.
Speed.
This is launching.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then she just went kablamo.
Who known for is...
Blindside.
Yeah, this makes sense. You want to guess it? Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, guess it.
Blindside.
Name 4.
Speed. Miss Congeniality. And Gravity. Nah.
Speed,
Yep.
Gravity,
Oh.
4-3. But her top 2, she's named as producer
Doesn't count.
of The Proposal
Okay.
and Miss Congeniality.
So I got 3 of them, right?
So her top 4 are The Proposal, producer, Miss Congeniality, producer, Gravity, Rhinestone, Speed, Annie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, she won an Oscar for another movie, but we won't. That's not what I'm known for. That shows it's a good career.
And it also shows how the IMDb known fors don't make sense.
Uh-huh.
Okay. One of the least believable things about this movie, getting back onto that, is when the cops go to the video van and they say, we're going to have to take you off the air temporarily. And the guy says, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
That is not going to happen.
And they have access to the camera in the bus.
Through intercepting the UHF signal. I'm going to believe
Sure.
that.
Okay. Bluetooth. Yep.
Yep. They get as we said, they get the passengers off, but there's still one more thing that puts our main characters in jeopardy. They're still there, and the tire blows.
Well, that tire lasted a long time.
Yeah.
Like, it did quite well.
The tire blows, and that has to make them do one more thing.
Yeah.
One more risky, fun thing. Then another not quite so believable thing, that Dennis Hopper does not know that the bus is blown up.
Yeah, I didn't get that because wouldn't he have something on his thing going beep, 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 beep?
That's a possibility. But also, even though the news choppers aren't flying over LAX,
Yeah.
the airport is not too big that you wouldn't notice that a plane exploded.
Yeah, a bus bus exploded into a plane.
It is one of the world's biggest airports. But if a bus exploded a plane,
Yeah.
you would see it from the fence.
Yes. That's a big black smoke.
We jump on the train. It's a great fight scene on the train. Bit more of Dennis Hopper just being nutso.
Yep.
And then very clear that Keanu and Sandra are in love.
Oh,
And they're going to buy a lake house together.
great.
That's the plot, right?
It's something time travel-y.
And a
They're at the
mailbox.
same lake house and that they communicate through time through a mailbox.
I watched it on a plane
And then the
somewhere.
Family Guy joke that he sticks his dick in the mailbox.
Of course.
You know what? I've watched this movie. I can't tell you how many times.
Numbers.
I don't know how I feel about Dennis Hopper's performance. It makes me hate Dennis Hopper, so I guess he does that well.
Yeah. I think it's good.
I think it's a bit cringe over the top at some points. But
I'm going to be honest with you, though. I couldn't name another Dennis Hopper movie.
Rebel Without a Cause, Giant, perhaps Easy Rider.
Easy Rider. Yep. Super Mario Bros. From 1993.
Oh, God.
So that's the movie
Bowser?
he did before Speed. Probably. I think he is, actually.
God, I hope we do Hook next week then.
Dennis Hopper is Bowser. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No. This is fucking Google. Don't look at cast on Google because it doesn't go by any kind of order.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Although it does. John Leguizamo,
Yes.
Luigi Mario.
Yeah.
Gets credited before Bob
Mario
Hoskin.
Mario.
Mario. Then Dennis Hopper, Bowser. Who would you put in the Mario universe
Peach.
fourth? Peach? No.
I put Bowser fourth because I put Peach third.
Okay.
Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Toad, Yoshi, Wario, Waluigi, Daisy, Baby Mario, No.
It goes John Leguizamo, Luigi Mario. Bob Hoskins, Mario.
Dry Bones.
Neither of them are Italian. Dennis Hopper, Bowser.
Chris Pratt.
Carlene Moore, prostitute.
I think because what it does sometimes, it goes, these are the top three,
Yep.
cast in order of appearance for the rest of it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Daisy is 9th.
Oh, Daisy makes it.
Yep. Peach is not in the
What
movie.
about Boo? What about Bob-omb?
Bob-omb.
Yeah, what about Koopa Trooper?
Iggy Cooper is later.
Iggy Azalea.
Oh, Fiona Shaw is in it. She's Aunt Petunia
she's good.
from Harry Potter.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah, okay. The movie sets up characters very well,
Back to
drops
the movie.
hints pretty well, like the gold watch,
Yeah.
which allows us to get that tip and allows Jeff Daniels to get that tip.
It was the watch that gave it away, wasn't it?
So the elevator scene really sets it up, and then it just goes along as an action thriller. Things get in the way. There's the large goal of the things on the bus.
Yeah.
The bomb on the bus and the speed, but the other things get in the way, which is good, which is how an action thriller should be. And there is love.
And then they just crash through something and credits.
And then a whole lot of people film them making out in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Which is totally normal, apparently, in LA.
Yeah.
Finn.
Look, it's a great movie.
Jan de Bont is not a Finn
I mean,
guy.
it's a great film.
Yeah,
I love it.
it
Very
is.
enjoyable, easy to watch, good to look at.
It's better than Speed 2 Cruise Control.
It's an Academy Award-winning movie, Lee.
You know what we didn't get? The bus slowly slowing down and then ringing a bell. Like at the end of Speed 2.
Yes, I've blocked that from my memory.
It's the best cruise ship movie in the world.
We'll get to that later. Yeah, Speed, Oscar-winning movie.
4?
It won for sound and sound mixing, which
Yeah.
doesn't exist anymore.
I'll allow it.
And then it was nominated but didn't win for editing. It's number 99 on the AFI Top 100 Years
Thrills.
100 Thrills.
99. Okay.
Just makes it. It was nominated for... Jack and Annie were nominated for Heroes. Sorry. And Howard Payne was nominated for Villain but didn't make the top list.
Okay, that's fine.
Its big winner was at the MTV Movie Awards, Lee,
That's where they give the awards to good-looking people.
where it won Best Female Performance, Best On-Screen Duo, Best Villain, Best Action Sequence, and a category that I hope doesn't exist anymore called Most Desirable Female.
Oh.
Then it was also nominated for Best Film, Best Male Performance, Best Kiss, and Most Desirable Male,
Yeah, okay.
in which he lost to Brad Pitt.
Yeah, well. I feel like that could be the title of Keanu's autobiography. Second
to Brad Pitt. And Joaquin Phoenix's is second to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay, the current MTV Movie Awards are Best Movie, Best Performance in a Movie.
Yep.
Best Musical Moment.
Wait, that was Barbie.
Best Breakthrough Performance. Best Comedic Performance. Most Frightened Performance. Best Hero, Best Villain, Best Kiss, Best Fight, Best Duo.
Okay.
Best Show, Best Performance in a Show, Best Host, Best Competition Series, Best Docu-Reality Series, and Best Music Documentary. So, most desirables have been retired, as has Sexiest Performance and Dirtiest Mouth Moment.
Oh, fuck.
And Best Shirtless Performance.
Yeah, Zac Efron won that once.
And Best Latino Actor. Jesus. Okay.
Wow.
Best Sandwich in a Movie was awarded in 1996.
What
Any
was
thoughts?
it? What was in that?
Best Sandwich in a Movie.
Sometimes you know how the Razzies do we'll make this up, because I was like, I think once the Razzies had a category for most ridiculous destruction or.
Yeah.
I'm like, Speed is like when she drives past cars, just scraping them all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best Sandwich in a Movie was a category created in 1996. The nominees were the submarine sandwich with tomatoes and provolone from GoldenEye, the turkey club sandwich from Four Rooms, and the ham and cheese sandwich from Smoke. And that's what won. The ham and cheese sandwich.
We need to add those
from
to our
the
list,
movie
I think.
Smoke, an independent film by Wayne Wang and Paul Auster. The film follows the lives of multiple characters, all of whom are connected via their patronage of a small Brooklyn tobacconist store managed by Augie.
Okay, great.
Maybe he makes a sandwich.
Oh, well, there weren't any sandwiches made in Speed, but it made some money.
Oh, yeah.
$30 million budget, which is pretty big.
Decent for 94.
$350 million box office.
Oh, well done.
It was the fifth highest grossing movie
I think that's going to be more
of
than Madam Web.
1994. Speed 5, The Mask 4, True Lies 3.
Yeah.
Because play got on Channel 10.
Yeah, True Lies is still making residuals.
Forrest Gump number 2.
Well.
Lion King.
Yeah, well. Look, if you said to Jan de Bont, you're going to be the fifth highest grossing film of 1994, he might go, that's a bit disappointing. But you'll still rank 5, despite Forrest Gump and The Lion King being this year. You go, yeah, okay.
Yes. It was released June 10th, 1994, and was debuted at number 1 above, this is, I think, all the same time. This, The Flintstones, and City Slickers 2.
One thing.
Yeah, one thing. Third. Parodies and references.
Good.
The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down.
Yep. Simpsons.
Simpsons again. They are driving through an obstacle course and Marge's police cruiser jumps over a gap in a freeway.
Okay.
Well, she's... What's that for? Oh, maybe it's when she has the Canyonero.
Canyonero.
Yeah.
Yes.
In another one for The Simpsons, in the... Bye-bye Nerdy. In the school bus, Milhouse says, "This is like Speed 2, but on a bus instead of a boat."
Yes.
And then,
I remember that.
Just on Wikipedia, just so everybody gets it, the joke here is because the original Speed was on a bus, not a boat, but Milhouse doesn't realise.
Jokes are always funnier when you explain them.
Yeah. Family Guy.
Yes.
Peter watches Speed 3, Glacier of Doom.
Yep.
If this glacier goes more than 1 centimeter every year, we're all going to die.
That's funny because it's true.
Yes. One thing, I don't know if we've touched on before or ever thought that this is some sort of cultural impact. they did the bus jump on Mythbusters.
Oh, is that an impact category, whether it's been on Mythbusters?
Well, I just think it's not something I really thought of before.
Busted or not?
Busted.
Because there's a woman driving.
Yeah. Women. My bus driver yesterday was a woman. It was very meta. The bus driver was a bus. Stephen Baldwin was the first choice.
For Keanu Reeves?
Yeah. I'm so glad. He declined the offer because he felt the character, as written in the early version of the script, was too much like John McClane in Die Hard.
Well...
And you turn that down?
Yeah.
Idiot.
He was also in the Flintstones.
Yes. Yeah. But he didn't turn that down because he'd feel like it wasn't too much like Barney Rubble. Yeah. They had also considered Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks.
Was kind of busy that year.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. But Jan de Bont ultimately saw Point Break and went, yeah, that guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
Annie, they initially wrote as being African-American and a paramedic to justify how she could handle driving a bus.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that.
The role was offered to Halle Berry, but she declined the part.
Yeah.
And would later regret that decision. Who was also in Flintstones.
Because she also did Catwoman. Did she regret that decision?
I think she did. They changed it around a lot. And then it was meant to just kind of be a bit of comic relief. And they had someone in mind for the part, Lee, and it was Ellen. Could you imagine if this was Ellen and Woody Harrelson? Fucking terrible movie.
It just becomes a comedy then.
It just becomes terrible. I'm not watching it.
Certainly not watching it 100 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And Han Hesh was also offered the opportunity for the role, as well as Kim Basinger and Meryl Streep.
Kim Basinger, okay.
Yeah, Meryl, no.
No. Sandra's good. I think I always talk about I can't see anybody else playing this role.
Yeah.
But I think what good people do in filmmaking, not that I am one, is they're like, this is what I've got as a script and a movie and a concept.
Yeah.
If it's going to be Woody Harrelson and Halle Berry, it's got to go a little bit more this way.
Yeah.
But I feel like good directors and good writers and producers work with their actors to make the movie what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I think that there were a lot that Sandra Bullock added to it.
Yeah.
Little funny things, and then, even little things. At one point, she like punches him, and he goes, "Oh, my hand!" Kind of like,
yeah,
that probably wasn't written.
When you say comedic actresses, you don't think of Sandra Bullock.
No,
I don't think, but she is funny.
But if you list her credits,
yeah, Miss Congeniality and The Heat,
know why?
are big movies
Because they're rom-coms, except for The Heat.
Like
the majority of her comedy are rom-coms, so you don't think her as a comedy.
True.
Like, yeah,
I would watch her in a sitcom.
I'd watch her in pretty much anything.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I need to watch 28 Days
Big Sandy
again.
Bullock fan, actually.
Good on you, Sandy.
Yeah. Sandy, baby.
Have they been in a movie together?
Why are you?
John and Sandy? Save it. We might need it for the 6 degrees.
I fucking hope they have.
We're starting to get complaints on the socials about the 6 degrees, by the way.
Oh, really?
It's either taking too long or we're shit at it.
Yeah.
Both are accurate.
Well, call
except
us.
for
Slide to the DMs, people. Tell me you're better.
Dark Knight to
Or Keanu. Dark
Knight to Speed.
Yeah.
Was 1 degree of separation.
Yeah.
We have had someone message us and do us better, but we'll talk about it when we get to the 6 degrees. What else have you got for Impact?
That's it.
Okay.
Impacted my life, Lee. It's a great movie.
All right.
I think
It
it'd be
impacted
up there.
Sandra
And
Bullock's life.
I think it'd be up there as one of those movies I've watched the most.
Okay.
I've watched it a lot.
It's a pretty easy watch too.
Yeah.
Like you've said when we've talked about Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, a very easy watch.
Yeah, not an easy watch.
Yeah.
So even though that's in your top 2, depending on how cancelled it is,
Yeah.
you've watched that a lot less than you've watched Outrageous Fortune.
Probably. Yes.
Yeah.
Time-wise? No, but numbers.
Total minutes of watching.
Total minutes of watching, no.
All right.
Let's do some awards.
Let's do some awards. The Andy Millman, Ricky Gervais's Extras Worst Extra Award. I have 6 nominations. The more I look down my list.
I have 3. 6?
Well, the first one I'm not convinced about. The blonde in the executive meeting who just smiles like an idiot. At the very start, they're walking out of the boardroom, she just grins like a dickhead, and then just flirts with her boss.
Yep.
Nominating
Grins
her.
like a dickhead.
She does. She just walks around smiling.
Why
so serious?
I have, after the first bus explodes,
Yep.
I have nominated anybody that's just standing on the street watching the bus on fire.
That's fair. I am doing one just before that.
Ooh.
The barista doesn't clean his coffee machine after he makes the coffee.
Fuck off.
He would not be working in my cafe.
It was the 90s, Lee. They weren't that fancy.
Food hygiene wasn't a thing.
Food hygiene wasn't a thing.
Okay, fair enough. Who takes cans in a pram?
Are you nominating for worst extra?
I'm nominating her for worst extra.
Okay.
Because who take cans in a pram?
The best extra.
Is that Impact? Is that a running joke before or after this movie?
I'd never seen it before.
No, I've seen things like that. People
fucking
pushing
dumb.
things in prams. Is it
Anyway.
before or after this movie?
Yeah, they're called babies. That's what they're pushing in prams, Lee, and they did it before this movie.
No, but like I've seen other things crash into prams and it's not a baby.
I nominated the Asian woman on the bus.
Is she, my notes, the bitch who adjusts her skirt?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, my main thing was, look, it's probably not her fault. She was in
Yeah.
shots. She was like the second seat. It was Sandra Bullock driving
Yep.
the bus.
Yep.
Then there was that woman, but she got exploded.
Yes.
Then it was her.
Yeah.
Then it was that one with the weird glasses. But
Yeah.
which I always forget about. The Asian woman did not have one single line, but was on the screen a lot.
Yes. I'm going to nominate the cop who offers to take the hand of the woman that gets exploded.
Oh, because he should be going, stay on the bus, bitch.
Because the lieutenant surely has made it clear
Yeah.
that if anybody gets off this bus, it blows. So
Yeah.
he should not be offering her assistance.
The last of my nominations is that one of the passengers from the bus, after they get on the bus, after they get off the bus, and then the bus explodes.
Yeah.
And they're all looking out the window.
Yeah.
And she's like, wow, like it's fucking fireworks. And I'm like, bitch.
You were on that.
You were on that bus. You could have exploded into a plane.
2 minutes ago, you could have been blown up with, luckily, a cargo plane.
Yeah.
My last nomination is the extras that are taking photos and gawking at them making out in the train.
I nominated an old guy for best extra for that. We're a bit off today.
Is it the bitch who adjusts her
It's the
skirt?
bitch who adjusts her skirt.
Okay.
And the footage for TikTok will be that footage.
Yeah.
Her adjusting her skirt.
Yeah.
And Dennis Hopper going, no!
All right, that is the Andy Millman Worst Extra Award. The Estelle Reiner, I'll Have What She's Having, Best Extra Award. I am nominating the black couple on the bus. They don't have any lines.
Oh, yeah, they're cute.
But he just looks after her, and when
Yeah.
stuff happens, he just says stuff to her to keep her calm and explain stuff.
Yeah. And when it's time to get off the bus, they get off the bus.
Yeah, and he lets her go first.
Yeah. And it's not like, oh, no, I'm scared. Walk the plank, bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
that's
saw
you, Alan Ruck, I'm
I saw a
talking to you.
meme.
Great.
Yeah. Speaking of black people sitting on buses. And
Jesus.
it was
No.
a tweet meme, a screenshot of a tweet.
Jesus, where
right?
is this going?
And it's like,
Oh, fuck.
it says,
I'm scared.
boomer. People are too sensitive
Oh, no.
these days. And it says, man in the past. She sat where on the bus?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So my 2 nominations I've already mentioned for Best Extra.
Okay,
the woman with the pram full of cans.
Yes.
And there's an old man at the end taking a photo of them kissing.
She does get quite angry that her cans... My beers! My beers! I nominated the black couple and all of the non-speaking extras on the bus.
Except the one we've just
Except-
given.
yeah. But other than that moment...
There's that one with the crazy hair.
No, but they're good.
Yeah.
Because they're extras in a lot of scenes.
Yeah.
It's not just walk past this bus that's on fire and Jan de Bont doesn't care what's going on with you.
Yeah.
It's... You've got to... They're actual background artists, which is what Andy Millman calls it in extras, because they have to act, they have to react to Keanu and Sandra.
Yeah.
And they do all that really well.
Okay.
There's no clip for that on TikTok, but that's my nomination. The non-speaking extras on the bus that are there through the whole film.
Great.
So who gets it?
We're not going to agree on this, are we? I'm happy to go with the black couple.
Okay.
Because then that kind of encapsulates the passengers that don't talk on a bus as well.
Yeah.
Look at me
And
with
they
the
were
compromise.
nice.
Look, I'm still going to post the clip of that woman and her pram cans.
Okay. I didn't cry. Sorry,
Aw.
Ben Stiller from There's Something About Mary. I didn't cry.
Good.
But the Halle Berry, Almost Annie, worst line award.
Yeah.
What happens to frogs when they get struck by lightning?
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing happens to everybody else. Usually they fall down now. When the thing goes, but then it doesn't come all the way down. And then that cop bomb elevator guy, I don't know who he is, usually they fall down now. You don't need a joke then.
I wrote 32. So, you know, when they're running up the stairs to get to the elevator, he's like, 29, 30. Like, we don't need to count.
There's signs on the wall too.
And then I only had one other one because then I was kind of engrossed in the movie. Jeff Daniels and Keanu Reeves get to the elevator.
Yep.
Hi, we're with the LAPD. What are you doing here? They're trying to save you, dickhead.
Yeah. Shit's happening. That's why they're there. But I'm taller.
Yeah, I'm not.
Good or bad?
I'm grown.
I think in these kind of 90s action movies...
But I'm taller.
Those lines are very hit and miss.
Yep.
There's a lot in kind of Die Hard that work well. I think Bruce Willis's delivery is a little bit better than Keanu Reeves.
Well, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, is a better line than I'm taller.
Yeah.
So...
but I'm taller?
Yeah.
Is that what is winning it?
You know what? As much as I love the scene where his head gets knocked off...
It's fantastic.
Which probably says something about me.
We've established... This podcast has established one thing in its 3 years.
I can't do impressions, and I'm a psychopath. Yeah.
But I'm taller.
Because he probably was already taller.
That's true.
I'm not going to bother looking it up. But
Darth Vader, I'm your father, most iconic scene. The bus making the jump.
Making the jump.
There's
the only other
else.
one I said was when he's under the bus. On that little, like, mechanic wheel thing under there. But it's the bus jumping the thing.
Or for you, me, and the middle brother.
Oh, darn.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
It's the bus making
bus
the jump. Yep. Not space jump.
No questions.
We talked about that last week. Okay. Done. Awards. Awarded. Speed. Reviewed.
Sped. Yep.
Let's this week, because we're reviewing Speed
Uh-huh.
on Two Drink Cinema, which is set on a bus,
Yep.
we decided to do a top 5 with a long title.
Much longer than Speed.
We are looking at the top 5 movies mainly set on a mode of transport. We went back and forth a bit on this. One of the thoughts was the mode of transport is a character.
Yeah, one of
within
it's the name, but then that doesn't make speed.
It's the title, yes.
Because there's a few of them.
But I'm going to do the movie where they spend most of their time on a particular mode of transport rather than different ones.
The majority of the movie is spent on a mode of transport.
A particular one. Like planes, trains, and automobiles, you spend on... There's a lot within transport, but it's different types. That's not on our list and you haven't seen it.
It's mainly set on, like, speeds on a bus.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or an elevator or a train. I don't know if is an elevator a mode of transport?
Yeah, it's up and down.
Yeah, okay.
It transports you to different floors of a building.
Great.
My number 5 is Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh,
the
that's
old one, not the new one.
Not the Kenneth Branagh.
No.
I had Priscilla in 5 below others because while Priscilla is a more significant character than the transport is in a lot of other movies, they're not on it as much as in some of the other movies, like my number 4, which is Speed.
My number 4 is also Speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they spend a lot of time, as we've mentioned, on a bus.
And it's a better movie than Murder on the Orient Express.
And I don't know if it's a better movie than Priscilla, but they spend more time on the bus.
Same year.
Is it on the list?
If we get Priscilla, well, fuck yeah, it's on the list.
We're going to talk to our friends
6
at Pride
degrees.
about chatting to a drag queen. Guest answer.
6 degrees.
You
Hugo
reckon,
Weaving.
I was going to say the bus was made in the same factory.
They're brothers or sisters.
From the same
Siblings.
litter, like puppies.
Yeah.
My number 3 is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
My number 3 is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I toyed with putting this one higher.
So did I, but sometimes I find it a bit boring.
It's a very well-made movie.
Yeah.
It is, as we mentioned earlier in our Two Drink Cinema review section,
Yeah.
it's not an easy watch. Mind you,
Impactful.
my number 2 movie goes for 2 hours and 58 minutes or something.
My number 2 movie goes for much shorter.
My number 2 movie is Titanic.
Your number 2 movie is Titanic.
Yeah.
My number 2 movie is Priscilla.
Okay. Much shorter than Titanic.
Yeah. Easier watch.
Much easier watch.
Interesting. I don't know. I'm struggling to think what your number 1's going to be now. I have a few honourable mentions.
Me too. The Boat That Rocked.
Oh.
Great movie, and I should watch it again.
Around the World in 80 Days.
I have not seen it.
And I give that little almost bonus points because it's a hot air balloon.
Yeah. There's not many movies that feature hot air balloons.
Yep.
I can think of this.
Up.
The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Up is a lot of balloons.
Yeah.
And a house instead of a basket. Wacky Races? That's not a movie.
African Queen.
Yes. Good.
And Air Force One.
The Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour is set a lot on a bus.
Okay, yep. And a submarine?
No, that's Yellow Submarine.
Makes a lot of sense.
Death Proof.
Okay.
It has a Quentin Tarantino amount of dialogue at the start, and then the rest of the movie is 2 cars chasing each other.
Right. And I'm giving an honourable mention, not because it's a good movie, but because it's hilariously terrible. Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah. My 2 last honourable mentions are very different. Mm-hmm. Airplane.
Oh, okay, yes.
And The Last Train to Busan.
Oh, Jesus.
A Korean-y, horror-y one.
Oh, so what's your number 1?
My number 1 is Alien.
Oh, okay.
Set on that spaceship, which has a name that I've forgotten.
Yeah, the Ellen Ripley.
Yeah, for pretty much most of the movie. I think all of the movie.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things that makes it so scary.
Yeah.
Your number 1 is Titanic?
My number 1's Titanic.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
With a similar fate to the mode of transports in Speed.
Explosion, icebergs.
Well, neither of them survive.
An iceberg is to Titanic as a cargo plane is to speed.
As Dennis Hopper is to speed.
The mortal enemy.
Yes. The main predator of buses, is Dennis Hopper. All right, that's the top 5 movies mainly set on a mode of transport. Yep. If you think you've missed one, then you can get in touch with us on the Facebook group or through our socials at 2 out of 3 brothers. We've definitely missed some. Let's have a look at what we're doing next week. Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
It's time to randomise. Where are we? We're in the thing. We're on the list.
Randomising, and you're giving clues to me this week, and then we're going to do the speediest, most engaging 6 degrees.
Ready?
Yep.
We're gonna do a terrible 6 degrees.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be awful. Touch wood.
We can't do it.
Is it the Matrix?
It can't be a 6 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not gonna happen.
Do it. What is it?
Because
give me clues.
The one character is in part played by the director's chiropractor.
All right, that's Plan 9 from Outer Space, which I'm so happy to watch again. We have to do something like
Ed Wood.
Ed Wood was played by Johnny Depp. Like, we have to go that way.
Oh my God.
Ed Wood. Surely there's something that Bela Lugosi has been in. Like Bela Lugosi would have been in something with Vincent Price or something.
Bela Lugosi played Vampire. Mm-hmm. Who was also played by Gary Oldman in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, well, that's the same as Ed Wood was played by Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I feel like
I reckon it can be done.
Surely Bela Lugosi has been in something with Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Who was in the Thriller recording booth with Michael Jackson. Who was in The Wiz with
Diana Ross. I don't think we're getting any closer.
No. Who was in The Greatest Night in Pop with Dan Aykroyd.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Well, hang on. While we have a bit of thinking time, I'll give us a bit of thinking music, right? Which is not music, it's me talking. We have had a comment posted from a frustrated listener, Mr. Elwood Scott, who I have mentioned on the 2 out of 3 Recommend podcast, who is an author and I like his books.
Yeah.
Right? He commented on a post recently, on our dodgeball post.
Yep.
About our 6 degrees. He said, amazing episode for a great movie, but you're killing me with the 6 degrees of separation. Chuck Norris is in The Expendables 3.
Oh, well, I haven't watched it, Elwood. I watch good movies.
And Stallone was in Copland with De Niro.
I've never heard of Copland.
Yeah, I hadn't until...
Is that like Barbie Land? No. Is it where cops and they can just go around
I replied
killing
and said,
people and still get invited to marches?
That's why our weekly disclaimer is someone will be able to do it better.
Look, Vampira. I got nothing.
All right, let's say Johnny Depp played Ed Wood.
Okay.
Then we just need to get from Johnny Depp to Keanu Reeves.
Or Sandra Bullock.
Winona Ryder, Johnny Depp. Is there some connection there? They have both been directed by Tim Burton.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, there you go. In Edward Scissorhands. So Johnny Depp, Winona Ryder is in Dracula with Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
Thank
God for Dracula.
Yep. All right. Vincent Price.
Ed Wood was played by
Bela Lugosi. Let's see. Were they in the same movie? No, hang on. Horror icon Vincent Price once reflected on how fans would sometimes confuse him with stars such as Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi was in a movie called The Ghost of Frankenstein with William Smith, who is in a movie called William Smith. Who was in a movie called The Colony with Michael Paré, who was in a movie called Hope Floats with Sandra Bullock. This is what this website's telling me. Keanu Reeves. Bela Lugosi was in Screen Snapshots number 11 with Maureen O'Sullivan. These people, no, these aren't things.
Hang on, Bela Lugosi wasn't in House of Wax.
Bela Lugosi was in Bud Abbott and Lou Costello Meet Frankenstein with Vincent Price.
Okay.
Who was in Catch Fire with Dennis Hopper. Look, all right. It can be done, but we had to Google.
So, Vincent Price was in House of Wax. This is the only thing I can find that Vincent Price and Bela Lugosi were kind of connected.
Not Bud Abbott and Lou Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Vincent Price was in the House of Wax, and Andre de Toth knew that Bela Lugosi needed money, so paid him to stand outside the theatre to try to get people into the theatre.
Wow.
That still doesn't... how do we get Vincent Price to Keanu Reeves?
Vincent Price was mocked on an episode of The Simpsons, as was Speed.
Done.
Vincent Price, and they had egg painting kits or something. And Homer and Bart went to the Super Bowl. And you have called Vincent Price. Anyway.
That's it?
Yeah. Plan 9 from Outer Space. Sorry, Outer Space.
Outer Space.
Where can we watch it?
YouTube. YouTube. And it's fine. It's old enough, I think, that it's allowed now.
Great. Amazing.
All right.
Another, Italy, it's another anniversary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
75 years or something? No, it's
65? 59?
59. 65.
Yeah, 65.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow. Great year, 59. Not that either of our parents are listening.
Yep.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Two Drink Cinema. Plan 9 from Outer Space, one of the worst movies ever made. We'll have Chinese for dinner that night.
Great.
Thank you, Jerry Seinfeld. And yeah, we'll be back next week. Check out 2 out of 3 recommend, linked in the episode description. Thank you, Brett.
Thanks, Lee. Cheers. Thanks for listening to Two Drink Cinema. We would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this podcast was produced and pay our respects to elders past and present.
If you'd like to support the podcast, either leave the tip or become a member for early access to these episodes by using the link in the show notes.
Join the Facebook group for more chat about the movies we review, and make sure you follow us on the socials to keep up to date.
Hit the subscribe button and leave us a review on your podcast app.
Happy viewing and drink responsibly.